It's like someone saying, oh, I feel so weak, it's hard to lift weights. Okay, stop lifting any weights. Well, the next time they try to lift anything, they've got no power, right? So by eliminating fiber, we actually cause an acceleration of gut problems, right? So for people with IBS, I've actually had the pleasure now of working with people with IBS many times. It's a very common condition, as well as, so you could talk about irritable bowel syndrome and also inflammatory bowel diseases, right? Because they're both issues with the bowel that can affect people's ability to eat. Unfortunately, right now in Western medicine, we do the immediate symptom relief recommendations rather than actually promoting what's going to reverse those diseases. So a lot of folks with any kind of bowel issues are told to avoid fiber, right? Low FODMAP diets, eat rice and bread, right? So when people do that, in the moment they feel better, but the problem is they're weakening their gut because you need fiber to be able to move through your gut, but you need musculature in your bowel to be able to push the fiber along. It's like someone saying, oh, I feel so weak, it's hard to lift weights. Okay, stop lifting any weights. Well, the next time they try to lift anything, they've got no power, right? So by eliminating fiber, we actually cause an acceleration of gut problems, right? So one, the bowel becomes physically weaker. Two, you lose the benefits of the fiber and the fiber-rich foods. So it's been a real problem that by the time I see a lot of folks, they've already become so weak because they're eating rice and, very cooked vegetables and nothing that's very, rigid or fiber dense. And so now when they try to hypernourish, they're in pain. They're bloated, right? They can't get it through. So what do you do about that? Well, you can't avoid the foods that your body needs. I do tend to personalize it for folks like this. So I've had a lot of people with these issues go through rapid recovery with me. Some of them actually can do the smoothies. That if they eat broccoli, it's like, someone told me yesterday actually that eating broccoli feels like a wire brush moving through her gut. And I said, yeah, that's what makes broccoli so great is it cleans your gut. But if your gut's inflamed, that brush doesn't feel so good, right? So for a lot of those folks, smoothies actually work. That can glide on through. If there's someone who tends to have constipation or bloating, or they are weak, where too much fiber actually makes them constipated rather than helping them go like it should, I will take out the flax or chia seeds and use cold pressed flax or chia oil, because that will give them the benefits of the omega-3 without the enormous amounts of undigestible fiber that comes in the chia and the flax seeds. And oil lubricates the bowel a bit, so it makes things easier to go through. In extreme cases where people have extreme gut pain or problems, I might start people off with juices just to give bowel rest. But that's with, severe cases like Crohn's disease, where somebody is bleeding out of their rectum and, anything moving through can cause irritation. But for most folks, I can hack away, and sometimes it takes a little bit of practice to find a way to get those nutrients in so that they can actually start recovering. And it's been very interesting how many people have done rapid recovery with me who are on low FODMAP for a decade, who start with hypernourishment. And yes, in the first couple weeks, they are bloated. Bloated is not a disease. It's okay. They're bloated. They might be having bowel movements all day long. Maybe they're, we have to make adjustments, but the IBS and the bowel issues go away. By the end of 6 weeks, they don't have those issues anymore. The GERD goes away, the IBS goes away. Recently had someone with ulcerative colitis who no longer had any symptoms of ulcerative colitis by the end, right? So we know that these same foods are healing for the bowel. We just have to be a bit more creative sometimes on how to get the nutrients in.